Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I could not be there with you in person because I suffer from fracture. I will be in Georgia on September 30 very soon and looking forward to teaching at Saba University. The topic of my presentation today is artificial intelligence, rule of law, and justice delivery system. Now, we all live in a society, and society, its foundation is economy. And if you examine the history, the economy has been able to get a boost since the Industrial Revolution. So it means that technology has been coming to the aid of human beings when it comes to development of an economy. But technology, along with that economic development, also bring one more dimension. It means that when technology develops, it gives people the power to behave in a different way, in ways that they have never been behaving in before. So it implies that law that we have in our society to regulate the behavior of people, it needs to update itself so that the technological advancements that are impacting the behavior of human beings can be well addressed. Now, with artificial intelligence, there is an issue. Artificial intelligence is not only about automation, it's also about transfer of decision making from human beings to artificially intelligent systems. It means that a decision will be made by a machine, and not only that, the decision will be implemented by a machine in future. That's the basic crux of artificial intelligence. Now, I know that there are some people who say that if artificial intelligence should always be subservient to human beings. And I think you could listen to the same argument at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai. I think this month or last month, recently, there was a debate between Elon Musk and Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. Jack Ma was saying that AI will never supersede human beings when it comes to smartness. On the other hand, Elon Musk was saying that human beings are more dumb than they can ever imagine. Artificial intelligence will be much more superior to human beings in that regard. I think I would be siding with Elon Musk because his arguments are more plausible because, of course, because of his scientific background, but also because some of the greatest scientists, physicists have been talking on the same lines. For example, Stephen Hawking, Max Tegmark of MIT. So they, according to them, there is no limitation in physics that can put a limitation on what can be achieved by artificial intelligence. So the future is going to change for everybody. Now, in terms of law, what impact will AI have? It's very easy to imagine. For example, in future, when you commit a crime, when somebody commits a crime and that person goes to the judge, if the judge is not a human being, if the judge is an AI, then you can imagine that the computation, those that will be happening inside that AI system that is acting as a judge, they will be huge because the human brain has a very limited computational capacity. In relation to that, the AI capacity to compute is much larger. So that's why AI will be in a better position to take into account all the considerations that will be helpful for the AI to decide a case on the basis of its circumstances. Another important thing for law or implementation of law is the certainty. As you can imagine, if I don't know if you have heard about Daniel Kahneman or not. He is a behavioral economist, and he won a Nobel Prize. According to him, human beings they are not capable of making good decisions because their decision making suffers from what he calls noise. So it means that you know that you made a decision because of certain things, but in reality, human beings are not in a position to give an account of the decision that they have made, and the basic argumentation behind that is always it always suffers from fallacy. So it means that when a judge is a human being, the decision arrived at by a judge is likely to suffer from what Daniel Kahneman refers to as noise, and that's why it might not be a very good thing for the law to be going that way. That's why artificial intelligence is much likely to be a better judge than a human being, as far as that is concerned. Now, there are some people who argue that consciousness is something that is very peculiar to human beings. But again, Max Tegmark of MIT, he was giving a talk at Google, and he pointed out that it's highly possible that consciousness could be just a mathematical pattern. So because of the projects like Blue Brain, or there are various projects that have been trying to study the brain, if human beings are able to create an artificial brain that can reflect or that can think like human brain, then it will not be difficult for us to have artificial intelligent judges in future. Not only that, the use of there was one more important thing about artificial intelligence, rule of law and justice delivery system, and that is especially important in the context of contracts. It's called blockchain technology. I would say that it goes beyond contracts, because for me, in future, interaction with legal connotation between or among different human beings, it will be subject to blockchain, and there will be AI systems that will be automatically taking a decision on these blockchain arrangements and implementing those decisions on the basis of these blockchain arrangements. Now, blockchain is a technology in which different parties they can make sure that nobody, in a very simple language, the blockchain ensures that the parties to the blockchain contract or blockchain supported or based contract, they are not able to unilaterally alter the terms and conditions of the contract, and they can also be connected to the real-time events happening in life that are also part of a digital environment. We have to understand one thing very clearly. In the digital economy, if you look at European Union, digital single market, digital economy is based on digital connectivity, and digital connectivity will be the thing that will support blockchain based human interactions with legal connotations in future. So if person A says to person B that I will deliver you 30 kg of apples by this date, and those apples have stickers that are monitored by digital machines, so the moment person A will give those apples to person B, the blockchain based contract will get itself updated on the basis of that. And if there will be any problem, the connectivity of the blockchain based agreements with the artificial intelligence systems that are monitoring the whole scenario will help us arrive at a decision at almost no cost. So this is going to be very likely in future, and I think it's really happening these days as well, especially in the music industry, where there are many companies who are entering, who are using blockchain based agreements between different parties, because it's so complicated. So once you have it on blockchain based platform, it becomes very easy to do so. But there are many issues about it, but I think it would be more than enough for now. And once again, it's an honor to be with you in this virtual way. And thank you so much again. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me or contact Saba University. I would be more than happy to answer them.